not, or is
Yeah,
this-
the carpet. We're replacing the carpet everywhere. We're replacing the walls everywhere.
Okay.
So, I mean, this is, wallpaper stripped off. I think it's going to be painted, but it might be new wallpaper. We have a fabulous decorating committee, and I say, I look forward to seeing it just like everyone else.
Okay. So you're waiting for the great reveal.
I mean, we'll see the little bits as it goes along, but yeah. We just need canter, but it's good to be back. And I mean, the atrium's lovely, and I'm sure we'll be back there, and maybe back there for a couple days as this gets done. Although looks like the sanctuary carpet looks like it's. So now they just have to put the seats back.
Yeah, there's like a couple rows of seats are in there in front. I don't know if they're folded in, but they're there.
Well, we can't go in until they're bolted because.
No, because we'll fall.
Yeah.
And is it the same seats?
Yeah, same seats. The seats are in great shape.
Oh, there's seats.
They were in the social hall.
Oh.
It's like the rain is cleansing. We've all had whatever our week looked like, and now we pause and we breathe, and we let the rain fall and wash away all that has been, all of our adventures, and even here we're talking about the decorating adventures, which is all exciting and wonderful as it comes along. It's just the process of getting there can be a little much, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
So we'll start page 14 with Yedid Nefesh. God, help us now to make this new Shabbat. After noise, we seek quiet. After crowds of indifferent strangers, we seek to touch those we love. After concentration on work and responsibility, we seek freedom to meditate, to listen to our inward selves, to open our eyes to the hidden beauties and the infinite possibilities in the world you are creating. We break open the gates, the reservoirs of goodness and kindness in ourselves and others, and reach toward one holy perfect moment. Shabbat, page 15. Read responsibly, page 17. Adonai is sovereign, let the world rejoice.
God's throne is founded on justice. No God be clouded from view. Divine justice reveals God's presence.
God's lightning illumines the earth, fire consumes God's foes, mountains smell like wax before God, the earth trembles.
The heavens proclaim God's righteousness. All people behold God's majesty.
Shame covers those who worship idols, those who take pride in revering images which must themselves bow low before God.
Hearing of your judgments, Adonai, Zion exalts, and the cities of Judah rejoice.
You are supreme over all the earth, highly exalted beyond all that is worshipped.
Those who love Adonai hate evil. God protects the faithful and saves them from the wicked.
Light is stored for the righteous, joy for the honorable.
Rejoice in Adonai, you who are righteous. Acclaim the holiness of God's name.
We'll turn to page 18 for another song. 19, we'll go to the bottom and sing Romamum. Rise, page 20, Mizmor David. We'll turn to Lachadoti, page 21. How many do you want to do today?
How about first two guys do?
Okay, 2 and 2. 2:121, 2:122. Be seated. The song for Shabbat is on page 23. Last of the Psalms of Kabbalat Shabbat, page 24. Mourner's Kaddish, those observing a yahrzeit or at the time of mourning, middle of page 24. Yitzkadal v'yitzkadash shemei Rabba, v'alma tifrach v'rutei v'amlech mafutei, v'chayachon v'machon v'chayet v'kol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'yibro Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba borach le'olam olmei olmaya. Yitbarach v'shabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitzadar, v'yitzalem, v'yitzalal, shmei d'kudsha, v'richu. La'ela minko berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nachamata, lamaran v'yalma v'yibru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'yal Yisrael v'yibru. Amen. Oseh shalom v'roma, v'yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'yal Yisrael v'yibru. Amen. Shabbat shalom. Great to see everybody. Nice to have a minion on Friday nights, and I have had a minion the last few Friday nights with a few hundred kids. Thankfully, a few of them are over 13, so we're good. But it's a different experience training with a bunch of kids. Sometimes they've got a lot of energy and they're really excited, and sometimes not as much. But Kabbalat Shabbat at our room. They have the amphitheater, stone steps, and they have everybody sitting outside, everybody doing it together, as long as the weather holds up. If the weather doesn't hold up, then they have there's a stage in between, and then you run around to the other side of the stage, and there is a covered basketball court that has some bleachers. And then it's even louder and more raucous because in addition to the sound of Kabbalat Shabbat, you also have the sound of the rain on the tin roof. So you have to be loud and joyful. But so I'm thinking about prayer, and I want you to turn to the morning service at page 65. And I will preface this by saying that in Israel, these prayers are not done as a community. The expectation is you say these prayers at home. At least in the Ashkenazi world, I can't say for certain on the Sephardic world, it has been the custom outside the land of Israel to include them as sort of the start of the prayer service. And we have a list of blessings, the blessings of the morning, Birkat HaShachar, and they give us a reminder of who we are and that we're here and things are more or less functioning. The very first blessing, Hashem is on the set, Bnai, Lehavein, Benyom, Ben Laila. And they all preface, praise to you, God, who rules the universe. or however else we want to translate that. That gives the rooster, they skipped the word rooster here, but gives the rooster the ability to distinguish day and night, which then, of course, gives us the ability because the rooster crows first thing in the morning. In St. Pete, you are not supposed to have them in your neighborhood, but we do. So, yes. So, I don't usually hear it, but if we're walking first thing in the morning, sometimes we'll hear the rooster. And then there are 3 blessings that are about our freedom and ability to serve God and not to be subservient to anyone else. So we have Shasani B'Tzomo, who has created us in the image of the divine. Shasani Yisrael, who has made us, the children of Israel, made us Jewish. And Shasani Ben Horin, who has made us free, or Bat Horin, if you're a woman. Now, in Orthodox settings, those prayers are actually listed in the negative and in the reverse order. And they have one that says, who has not made me a woman, for men to say. And then Shasani Kirtanov, similar to the Shasani B'Tzomo, for women to say that they were created, in the divine. And the reason, the apologetic reason, is that, if you're a slave, if you're not free, you can't worship God, because you have to, your master is in charge first. If you are, Jewish, well then, if you're not Jewish, you have different obligations for prayer, and if you're a man or a woman, the man has the most obligations in the Orthodox world, so therefore, the man is thanking God for all these extra blessings, and the woman is thanking God that they were created as Jewish, but they don't have all the blessings. So my favorite though is that in the 16th century, there's a siddur that was given to a bride on her wedding day. It's in the library of the Jewish Theological Seminary in New York, and it's a handwritten manuscript. And on that one, for this bride, the blessing is, thank you, God, for creating me as a woman. Not a variant you see very often in medieval times, but at least one time someone did. So we then go, so we're able to get up in the morning. That's a big deal. We then are giving thanks that we are connected to the commandments and living a life of Judaism. And then we have another series of blessings. Shasani Bokech Ivrim, who gives sight to the blind. Malbish Arumim, who clothes the naked. And I had a teacher in college, actually, who had written an article, Dr. Ruben Kimmelman, calling this prayer aerobics. And he said, make a motion for each of the things. So you're pulling up your pants in the morning, clothes the naked. Releases the bound is, that you're able to physically get up again, and raises the downtrodden to stand up and to just be appreciative if you are able to stand up. And, and then continue creating the heavens and earth, providing for my needs, guiding us on the path, crowning the people, strengthening Israel and crowning the people and with glory, and then Hanotein Le'ah Koach, giving the tired strength. That one you might need, if you are addicted to caffeine, you might need your cup of coffee for that one, because you may not have your koach until you've had your cafe. And then after that, there's one more that's kind of related and going into the next blessing, Hama'abir Sheinai Me'enai Uduma Me'apapai, that pulls the sleep from my eyes as a slumber from my eyelids. That now I'm really, I've woken up, I've acknowledged the blessing that I have some mobility. It's not saying perfect mobility, it's not saying perfect eyesight, but that you have some of these things cooperating at least somewhat. And then now you can say, okay, thank you, I'm awake, I'm ready to go about my day. And just to me, this idea of, these blessings, which, like I said, originally were done in the home and continue to be done in the home in Israel, and really this recognition that each morning there is something to be thankful for. It doesn't matter, what's on the news. It doesn't matter what's going on in our family drama. Everybody's got family drama. I've yet to meet a family without drama. It doesn't matter, what your bank account says. If you wake up in the morning, you say the blessing, and you're appreciative that you woke up this morning, it's going to be a good day. Even if you sat in the car and drove 8.5 hours already today. I'm glad I'm standing. So if you see me stretching, my right leg is still a little bit stuck from the accelerator. I used cruise control for most of it, but then when we got, once you get to Tampa, the cruise control can't handle the traffic. So my leg is trapped. But I'm grateful that I have irritation in my leg that tells me that I can move, So with everything, we can find a blessing. And for me, most of all, it's good to be home. So we'll rise, page 28. I'm just going to remind you again. We begin Rosh Chodesh, the new month, tonight. So when we get to the Amidah, we will add a line there about that as well. But I'm just putting it in your mind now to give thanks. One more thing to give thanks for, a new month. But for now, Baruch to page 28.
Baruch Adonai Haman
Make seated. Baruch Page 29. Verse 32. Read at the top of 33 together. Help us, Adonai, to lie down in peace and awaken us again, our sovereign life. Spread over us your shelter of peace. Guide us with your good counsel. Save us because of your mercy. Shield us from enemies and pestilence, from starvation, sword, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, O God, who watches over us and delivers us, our gracious and merciful ruler. Guard our coming and our going. Grant us life and peace now and always. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Praise are you, Bnai. Spread the shelter of peace over us, over all of God's people Israel, and over Jerusalem. We rise, page 34 for the Shamra and the Chatzi Kadesh, and then we'll continue silently with the Shabbat Amidah. And I just remind you, when you get to page 36, you'll add the paragraph for Rosh Chodesh.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות ברית עולם. מיובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות
When you finish your personal prayer, we'll turn to page 47 for Haikululu, and you can remain standing. Together at the top of 48, our God and God of our ancestors, find favor in our Shabbat rest, instill in us the holiness of your mitzvot, and let your Torah be our portion. Fill our lives with your goodness, and gladden us with your triumph. Cleanse our hearts so we might serve you faithfully, lovingly and willingly, Adonai our God. Grant that we encourage your holy Shabbat, so that the people of Israel who hallow your name will always find rest on this day. Praise are you, Adonai, who hallows Shabbat. Page 49, we have Kiddush for Shabbat. We sanctify our evening.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher gishanu b'toavam v'ratzavanu, v'shamat kadsho v'ahavu ratzon himgilanu, zikron le'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom tefillah le'mikra'ei kodesh, zeh b'tziat Mitzrayim, ki balu b'atarta ve'otanu kirasha mikol ha'arim, v'shabat kodecha v'ahavu v'ratzon hilatahu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabat.
Let's turn to Aleinu, page 51.
Aleinu shameach lano tato, late tiduna liyotzeh breshit, shelo asanu kingoye haratzon, velo samanu kivimechol ha'adama, shelo samtu kedukahem, velo aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anam nukarim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamlakim, hakadosh baruch hu. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech kol haaretz, bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad, u'shema
May be seated. We remember this week Joe Goldberg Sr., Harold Miller, David Handler, Rosalind Weissler, Nathan Gifferman, Jenny Drucker, George Zakalinsky, George Diekman, Bessie Fogel, Bernard Glassman, Michael Goldberg, Celia Eisenberg, Jack Fishman, William Green, Morris Ornstein, Leon Halitzer, Sarah Love, Elsa Mayer, Siegbert Flaster, Hannah Krasner, Jeffrey Eli Cooperman, Barbara Marsack, Rhoda Oderman, Jack Flaster, Alan David Terry, Fred Buns, Toby Rothbard Bressler, Mona Judenfeld, Elliot Gray, Natalie Goldberg, Alan Koenig, Alan Marmon, Bernard Abraham Roche, Nettie Baum, Leo Barenhalt, Nadra Ora Harif, Jacob Michael Getz, Minna Goldman, Isidore Gewertzman, Benjamin Hershkowitz, Molly Isaacs, Rhoda Carpe, Helen Levine, Ida Lavak, Zaki Mizrahi, Sadie Seltzer, Jerry David Bloom, Dorothy Bookbinder, Stephen Arthur Blecker, Ethel Jacobson, Bertha Martha Cohn, Edwin Pearl, and Isidore Schuster. May all those in the time of mourning, those remembering someone today, join us for Kaddish, page 52. Yitgadal, Yitkadash, Merabah. V'alma Difrat Protei, V'amlech Makotei. V'chayavon, V'machon, Chayet Kol Beit Yisrael. Bagala, V'zman Hariv Yimro. Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mahorah, Le'olam Lodei Almaya. Yitbarach, V'shtabach, V'tba'ar, V'tromam, V'tnaseh. V'yitzadar, V'yitzaleh, V'yitzalal, Shmei V'kudsha, Brechu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushvechata v'nechamata, Lamaran v'alma v'yivro. Amen. Yehi Shlomo Rabba min Shemaya. V'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yivro. Amen. V'aseh shalom v'yimroma. V'yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yivro. Amen. Nothing major here, but I will say if you're like me and you haven't made your AFC yet, do that. I saw the envelope on the bed that I had meant to send back before I left, and it's still sitting there. So I think I'm still a member of the shul. So hopefully they'll give me my holiday tickets, but I'll take care of it before then. But if you also forgot, not too late. We're glad you're here. Page 53, we'll conclude with Yigdal.
Yigdal Elohim Chai v'yistama Yigdal Me'ejem Tziluto Elohim Yahid Yehodo Ne'am V'yametzov Ne'am Tuto Elohim Tagut Ve'enogo Lo Na'chol Elach Kedushato Adon Le'olam Asher Yirah Rishon Le'Reshit Le'Reshito Ido Adonam Le'onotan Yorek Dulato Na'amuto Shevar Dulato Etanu Elam Sisei Dulato Betivarto Lokam B'Yisrael Moshe Navi O Navi Tetmunato Norat Benatan Le'amole Ayan Riyom Elabeto Lo Yamalifael Lo Yamilato Leo Nami Lezulato Toberianea Setareinu Mami Lezokama Bekamato Golelis Esek Bimalo Dozen Ashara Krisato Islam Getyami Besineinu Lidon Lageke Jeshuato Meji Nefayem Velomaso Baruch Leah Shikteilato Meji Nefayem Velomaso Baruch Leah Shikteilato.
So Shabbat Shalom. If you don't know me, I'm Rabbi Weintraub. And if you don't mind putting your siddur back where you found it, whether it was in here or just outside, we'll be back tomorrow at 9, and have a great week. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
That's great.
Fabulous. The kids are getting started.
Have a good weekend.
Sports camp.
Yes, we went to the sports camp.
The sky.
My granddaughter both the kids are now
Welcome back.
Yeah. How's everybody in your house?
We're all good. We're all going good.
December, we didn't even think about what's going on.
Right.
You're keeping busy?
Yeah. So the work stuff.
I know.
I know, that's all.
Good morning.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Have a good night.